Hey, Motorman here. I'm at Newport Richie Harley-Davidson, and I'm about to take my first 2026 Harley-Davidson for a little ride. And that's going to be this Road Glide in a beautiful orange color. This color is called blood orange, and it is a bright orange. It kind of looks red in the photos, but believe me, it is actually orange versus red. And from every angle, good-looking motorcycle. In years past, I wasn't crazy about the looks and the styling of the shark nose fairing, but it's been growing on me. So let's take it out on the road and go for a little glide. See what I did there? Right now I'm in sport mode, and the reason I'm in sport mode is because I tried to change the modes, and I was able to go to custom, rain, or sport. It would not allow me to go to road mode. But sport mode is it's the same amount of horsepower. What changes is the feel of the throttle. It's a little bit quicker response in sport mode. At least that's what I understand, and that's been my experience with 25 models that I rode. Now, I just got off my 25 Road King that I rode here, and that's got the 114 motor. This has got the 117, and it does feel more responsive, but I'm not sure if that's just because it's in sport mode. And of course, like I said, you're going to get a little bit better throttle response in sport mode than you would in, I guess, road mode or rain mode. Also, the bars on this bike, I'm pretty sure these are the stock bars, but they're very high. I would call them ape hangers, but they're not so high as to be uncomfortable. It's just that if this were my bike, I would adjust these bars back towards me for better leverage and an easier reach. On the Road Glide, the adjustment is really easy. You just got 4 bolts here. You loosen them, pull these bars back to wherever it fits you. If you're, a really tall person, you push them forward. But they call this pullback, this area right here, that gives you a lot of adjustment. Of course, lots of power. 117, I think, puts out like, I don't know, 110 horsepower. Throttle, like I said, very responsive. It's one thing with Harley-Davidsons, through the years, even back when they had carburetors, the throttle response, it feels exactly as it should. Now, with being in sport mode, I could see some people saying it feels a little jerky, but I'm actually doing that with my hands. So when you get used to it, that won't happen, of course. And also, if it's in road mode, which I can't, there's a lot of buttons on here, and I can't figure out which one would allow me to go to the road mode. But that's the one I would normally travel in. As usual, the brakes really, really good for an 800-pound motorcycle. Actually, 850 pounds. I'm not sure if they made any changes to the suspension in 24 when they came out with these newer bikes. But I've never had a problem with the Harley suspension. They've always been on the firm side. And unless you had the shorter rear shocks, I never had a problem with them bottoming out. And even then, if the shorter shocks of one person, yeah, you don't have to worry about it. But if you got the bike loaded up and 2 people on it, the short shocks like they used to come on the Street Glide specials. In fact, all the Street Glides and Road Glides were an inch shorter and didn't give you very much suspension travel in the back. But that's not the case anymore. 3 inches front and rear, and like I said, I'm not sure if they changed anything with the better shocks or whatever, but it feels fine. No vibration gets through to the rider with these M8 motors. It's been that way since they came out in 2017, and the only differences have been they first started with the 107, then went to 114, and now 117, and of course 121 on the CVO models. Now I know a lot of people, especially the Harley haters, why they go on or comment on a video where they have no interest in a particular bike. I can't figure that out, but they do. And they'll say, well, it's so slow. Well, slow as compared to what? As compared to, you know, a Hayabusa or some kind of sport bike? Well, I guess it is, but it's not a sport bike. Touring bikes are made for touring, long distance touring, and comfort. And the fact that it's got plenty of power is just an added benefit. Now, I believe I've said this before. I believe these to be the best touring motorcycle money can buy. Now, people could argue with me. That's my feelings. The things that I value in a motorcycle, classic American style, well, it's got it. More than enough power for any kind of riding you'd like to do. It's got it. Reliability. I've had the M8 motors since they first came out. Never had a single problem with any of them. And I know that some people will have a problem. I think when they came out in 24, some people had a problem with the digital dash not coming on, but I believe that was just a software glitch, and it's long since been fixed. Now, MSRP on this bike is right around $31,000. That includes the $1,400 extra for the blacked out motor, and I believe the orange paint is I think a $700 upcharge. Now, if you're looking to save some money, you can do that, because Harley came out with a new model available only in the base gray paint color. It's got a solo seat, no passenger floorboards or foot pegs, and it's well, about $7 grand less than this bike. Why they didn't give at least an option of getting, say, black for that bike, for even if they charge another $400 for the black, or make the black standard, which is what they had for many years and should have done. But hey, they didn't ask me. Had they asked me, I'd have said, yeah, black should be standard. If people want gray, give them a choice. It's a free upgrade. But 25 grand is still a lot of money, but it's right in line with the competition. If you don't think so, well, Goldwing, which standard Goldwing only offers one color, and it's a matte color, and that's right around $25,000 or $26,000. They go up to 30 grand. BMW's their 1600 baggers right in the same price range. So is Indian. So for people who say Harley touring bikes are too expensive or way more expensive than other bikes, it's just BS. Either you haven't checked or you're just making up a story, because they are right in line with the competition. So if you're in the market, head down to Newport Richey Harley-Davidson, tell them Motorman sent you, and check them out. Please subscribe, comment below. Even if you're a Harley hater, comment below. I love to read that stuff. Thanks for watching.